na tayo. Ang main topic natin ngayon is tungkol ang mga Filipinos dito sa Malaysia o dito sa Sabah, particularly dito sa Kota Kinabalu, wherein based tayo dito the only city, the lone city of Sabah po, no? Ang Kota Kinabalu. Ito po si Nico Fabian. Once again, would like to invite each and every one of you dito sa programa natin, Nick Talk, The Real Talk with Nico. And ito po ang topic natin ngayon po. Kawawa mga Filipinos dito, particularly ang mga undocumented Filipinos, no? Yun nahuli ang gobyerno ng Malaysia sa kanila for violation of travel requirements po. Anong ibig sabihin yon, violation of travel requirements? Ibig sabihin yon po, pumasok dito ang mga Filipino, no? Mga Filipino mostly are victims of illegal recruiters dyan po sa Pilipinas. With all the promises are given to them, ang mga recruiters po na they will be naghintay na ng trabaho sa kanila po, maganda ang buhay dito po, mataas ang sahod ng mga trabahante dito po, no? So, they fall victims po, but hindi yung totoo po. Kaya nga, ingat na ingat tayo po itong mga sabihin natin na illegal recruiters na dyan po sa Pilipinas. Do not fall victims po kasi hindi lang po, when you fall victims, hindi lang sabihin natin po, you are taking a very big risk po in coming in dito sa Malaysia o dito sa Sabah po, no? Because you will be crossing an open sea. Open sea po. Considering ang weather conditions natin is unpredictable, mahirap talaga po. It is too risky. Apart from that po, kawawa ang mga biktima, no? Kawawa ang mga biktima po dyan sa Pilipinas, mga Filipinos, mga kababayan, kapatid at kaibigan natin po, dahil some of them, ang last money na talaga nila, ang last pera nila po, nagsanla na sila ang mga, kung anong mayroon sila doon, hoping that pagdating nila sa abroad o dito sa Sabah po, they will be able to recover it, no? And maganda ang buhay nila dito. And kung maganda ang buhay nila dito, ibig sabihin po, they will be able to extend helping hands, give a better future to ang mga loved ones nila that they left temporarily sa Pilipinas. But unfortunately po, karamihan, hindi naman lahat siguro, but karamihan ng mga Filipino who fell victims to these illegal immigrants po, nahirapan sila dito sa Malaysia o dito po sa Sabah. Dahil stricto din ang gobyerno dito sa Malaysia. And any other countries in the world, they will not welcome undocumented visitors sa bansa nila po. Yan ang katotohanan. And I was made to understand just recently, I think 2-3 days ago, dyan mismo sa Zamboanga City po, mayroon din na-rescue ang mga local authorities dyan po sa barangay Tetuan, and na-rescue sila po yon na biktima ng mga recruiters po. So, I salute to the authorities concerned, ang barangay officials dyan po sa Barangay Tetuan, ang mga police authorities and others who gave tips, no? Nag-tip off po the presence of sabihin natin illegal recruiter victims po. And dahil dyan po, quick action ng mga authorities dyan po sa Zamboanga City, they successfully managed to rescue ang mga tao po dyan. Not only sabihin natin na hindi lang yan sila galing sa Zamboanga, basta iba-ibang parte ng Pilipinas po, no? Ng Pilipinas. And now they are under the custody or being looked after by the welfare authorities dyan sa Zamboanga City. Thank you very much. Saludo ako, and I hope they will continue, mga local authorities natin dyan sa Pilipinas o dyan po sa Zamboanga City po, they will continue to do their job to protect the interest and welfare of potential illegal recruiter victims po. And of course, this can only be done with the cooperation of the general public po. So again, I would like to inform or pass the message sa mga kapatid, kaibigan at kababayan ko po dyan po sa Pilipinas, if you are thinking to go to Malaysia o dito po sa Sabah po, please avoid coming in without the proper documents or via backdoor po. When I say a backdoor, ibig sabihin po, you are passing through either in Palawan, kasi malapit ang Palawan dito sa Sabah, particularly ang distrito ng Kudat. Or else, dito tayo sa Tawi-Tawi, probinsya ng Tawi-Tawi, because malapit lang ang Tawi-Tawi sa Sabah. Particularly kung nandiyan kayo po sa municipality of Sitangkay, no? And you want to cross over dito sa Sabah po, you can pass through the road of Sitangkay going to Sempurna po. It's just a matter of few hours of boat ride, no? From Sitangkay to Sempurna. Mayroon din ruta doon yan po sa Tawi-Tawi from Bongao direct to Lahadatu, and mayroon din ruta from Bongao to Tawau or to Sandakan po, no? And mahirap talaga when we talk about itong mga deportees po, mga kababayan, kapatid natin dito po sa Sabah. For your information, the reason one I want to highlight sa inyo po itong issue natin ng mga Filipino deportees po, kasi I was made to understand and I receive information coming from our friends dyan po sa Zamboanga City. And of course, dito ang local authorities dito po sa Sabah, that mayroon po something like 5,495 Filipino undocumented arrested po sa mga arrested ngayon po sa 5 detention o temporary immigration detention center dito sa Sabah, na issue na sa kanila po yung special pass, special travel document po. For them, cleared na sila po to return back to the Philippines once the repatriation exercise will resume po, no? Ready na ready, 5,495, no? Ang Philippine staff ng Philippine Embassy dito po sa Malaysia, particularly dyan po sa Kuala Lumpur, they already came down to Sabah to issue ang travel special travel pass sa mga deportees po, no? Why they need to interview and scrutinize itong mga deportees? To make sure po that only Filipinos will be deported to the Philippines po. Because noon, few or 2 decades ago po, nangyari yun po, there was an incident wherein non-Filipino was deported to the Philippines from Sabah. And ngayon, nagiging issue na yun po, no? So to avoid the repetition of this kind of incident, both the Malaysian government as well as the Philippine embassy dito po sa Malaysia, they work together po, and they issue special travel pass to deportees po, no? But bago they will give you the special pass po, ang mga deportees po will have to undergo interviews, no? To determine whether genuine ba itong Filipino or hindi po. So, okay, more than 5,400 or more than 5,495 Filipinos, cleared na sila po to leave, but ang problema dyan po, Philippine Safety Review keep vessel dock. Ibig sabihin, wala tayong barko papunta sa Pilipinas. No? Wala tayong barko papunta sa Pilipinas po. Yon ang problema. Maski ready ng mga deportees, but dahil walang barko, they are kept inside the detention centers dito po sa Sabah. No? So, delayed na yan po. In fact, the law says dito sa Malaysia, if you are caught without the proper documents, you will be detained for 3 months, after which you will be deported to your country of origin, and that is the Philippines po. But because of the absence of this vessel, wala talaga po. Since January hanggang ngayon po, nahirapan talaga ang mga Filipino deportees to go home. And But their departure remained stalled because Philippine authorities have yet to approve a vessel to sail the Sandakan-Zamboanga route. I was made to understand that Sabah immigration authorities confirmed they are ready to send home an initial batch of 800 detainees this coming August 22. Ready na po ang Malaysian government to deport first batch, 800 deportees po. No? And kung matuloy ito po, via ito MB Antonia 1, which is ang owner po is Allison Shipping Line. However, I was made to understand that the regulators have kept the entire Allison Shipping or Allison passenger fleet grounded since January following the tragic sinking of MB Tricia Kirsten 3 of Basilan, which resulted in multiple fatalities po. Dahil nalunod ang barko dyan po last January, dyan po sa Basilan area po, no? Na-suspended ang operation ng Allison Shipping Line. And dahil na-suspend po, na wala na tayong biyahe si January, ang biyahe between Zamboanga to Sandakan and vice versa. Yun po ang problema. No? Yun po. So, ibig sabihin, from January hanggang ngayon po, hindi nakauwi ang mga deportees. Hindi naman lahat po. Mayroon, a few of them managed to go home because ang gobyerno ng Sabah po, they also allowed po, thinking or based on humanitarian reasons po, no? They allowed itong mga deportees, mga relatives, they can go and ask permission from the local authorities dito po to deport their detained relatives either through air or through sabihin natin na ang ruta between Lahadatu to Bongao po. I saw personally po, this few months when I went back to the Philippines, and nakita ko rin po sa airport mismo po ng Kota Kinabalu International Airport, nakita ko rin yun po. There are a handful of Filipino deportees. They were deported via Kota Kinabalu to Manila po by aerial po or by plane. But it is costly po. Ang pamasahe ng aeroplano, mahal yun po. But the government of Malaysia is allowing that thing to happen. Po. So, hindi naman lahat na kayang-kaya po, but mayroon po yun kaya. They buy ang air ticket and with the special travel pass po, they allowed to be deported po. And the other way na naman po, I think last July alone, there were something like 260 deportees, Filipino deportees po. Ang mga relatives, they bought ang ferry ticket ng mga deportees po. And ang journey started in Lahadatu to Bongao kasi mayroon tayong ferry service po, no? Weekly ferry service. Although it is not regular, no? It is not regular. Mayroon tayong ferry service from Lahadatu to Bongao. And ang mga relatives, they pay ang pamasahe and they were deported. So last July alone, there were something like 260 deportees po. Now, the rest po, as of today, mayroon tayo a total of 5,495 Filipinos nasa kulungan pa po. No? Wala naman tayong problema when we talk about the health condition ng mga Filipino deportees, no? Sa detention centers po, because I can assure you, no? Ako mismo po, I can assure you po that the Malaysian government, the Sabah government po is really looking after lahat ang mga detainees nila sa presuhan po, no? It means they can eat 3 times a day. Mayroon silang time to exercise. Kung may sakit sila po, then they will be brought to the General Hospital or Queen Elizabeth Hospital for medication purposes po. So there is no such, there's no truth to the rumors that the Filipinos or violators of the travel requirements dito sa Malaysia po, be it Filipino, Indonesian, Pakistanis, or Chinese, or Indians po, no? There is no truth that they are being maltreated po. Hindi yung totoo po. Don't believe po, no? Don't believe. So, ganito po nangyari. And sana lang po, I myself now is urging, appealing, kung pwede lang po, no? Ang Philippine government will also consider to allow ang Allison Shipping Line, because I was made to understand, ang Allison Shipping Line this month, or I think this week or next week, may mga barko na sila po, they will resume ang operation nila, especially ang ruta from Zamboanga to Basilan Province, Zamboanga to Tawi-Tawi po, no? So, ibig sabihin, they are now allowed to resume ang operation nila. And sana lang po, no? They will also allow resumption of the operation, ang ruta between Zamboanga City to Sandakan, for purposes na they will be able to come and get ang mga deportees natin in batches na po. Ready na ang Sabah government for the first batch. In fact, I was made to understand, mayroon na silang schedule. And I hope matuloy itong schedule po. May schedule na sila for August 22. And that will be next week. Sana matuloy ito po. Para menos-menos na din ang kahirapan ng mga Filipino deportees dyan po sa detention centers dito po sa Sabah. Dito sa Sabah. And narinig din tayo po na may mga istorya, kakasiguro ito po, na ang Allison Shipping Lines po will be operating via another company, another vessel po, no? Para mag-resume ang operation nila, ang public services nila, transportation services to the people dyan po sa Mindanao. Especially ang Samba Sulta area, Zamboanga, Basilan, Sulu, and Tawi-Tawi. I hope itong Sandakan Road, Zamboanga-Sandakan Road will be reopened again po. Kasi kawawang-kawawa talaga ang mga deportees dito po. And kung sakali hindi matuloy po, madelay pa rin yun po. Sana po ang gobyerno ng Pilipinas will also consider of negotiating with the Malaysian government to make a special trip, siguro using our Navy boats, for example, no? Using our Navy boats to come and pick up itong mga deportees po dito sa Sabah. Because if we are going to delay itong deportation exercise or repatriation exercise po, then at the moment, whether we like it or not po, and I was made to understand, crowded na po ang mga detention centers dito sa Sabah. We have a total of 5 detention temporary depot centers dito sa Sabah. And karamihan ng 5 detention centers po, punong-puno na po. Kawawa naman. You just imagine paano ang mga buhay ng mga kapatid, kaibigan at kababayan natin po sa loob ng kulungan. See? So, sana lang po, I hope and pray that the Philippine government will really do something about this problem po. If we can help ang mga Filipinos sa ibang nasyon kagaya sa Saudi Arabia o kung saan yan po may conflict ngayon po, why not also consider, because they are also human beings, they are also Filipinos, why not the government also do something and help itong mga deportees. Okay na ako po. Yeah, they violated, they came in without the permission from the Philippine government, no? But it doesn't mean that nahuli na sila, nasa kalaboso na sila, they left the country without the permission from the Philippine authorities. It doesn't mean that we will just abandon them. Hindi din yung pwede po. They are Filipinos, they are also human beings po. The other suggestion that I would like to ask, siguro, ang local authorities natin, let's say the City Council ng Zamboanga City, City Council ng Basilan, City Council ng Sulu and City Council ng Tawi-Tawi po, maybe they can jointly pass a resolution and submit it to the national government, Department of Foreign Affairs ba, kung or sa immigration pa, dyan po sa Manila, asking approval from the national government to speed up ang to approve any vessel or even that of Allison Shipping Line po to ply the route or to make a special trip to Sabah to Sandakan po. Kailangan niya po. The way how I look at things here now po, no, I don't think so Sabah government and Malaysian government will not approve any request coming from the Philippine government po on allowing a vessel, Philippine vessel, to come and pick up itong mga deportees natin dito po sa Sabah. In fact, the Malaysian government or Sabah government dito po, no, is more than willing to release or to resume ang repatriation exercise ng mga Filipinos po. Indonesians deportees po, wala tayong problema po because we have transportation of vessel from Tawau to Taganak ba yun po or easily they will be able to deport ang mga Indonesians po. However, ito naman mga Pakistanis, itong mga Chinese po, wala din tayong problema po because they are being deported or repatriated po via air or by plane po. Ang problema lang natin dito, I'm very concerned po, ang problema lang natin dito, yung mga Filipinos ngayon, nasa detention center, dahil wala tayong vessel, transportation to go to, or to send them to the Philippines, to Zamboanga City, yun po, nahirapan ang buhay ng mga Filipinos. Mali na mali yan po. I totally agree and I don't support Filipino coming into Sabah or dito sa Malaysia without the proper documents. Mali yun po. Mali na mali yun. Hindi yun dapat, no? Hindi yun dapat po. Pero considering that they are already arrested or were arrested, na kailangan din tayo magtulong sa kanila po, no? Sa kanila. So I'm hoping that mga local authorities natin diyan po sa Sambasulta. In fact, I managed to talk few months ago. I was talking to the BARM authorities po, no? We were telling them I was telling them about the situation because majority of these deportees po are people from BARM. No, people from BARM. When I say people from BARM, it means they are from Tawi-Tawi. Although ang Sulu hindi na parte ng BARM po, no? But they came from Sulu, they came from Basilan, they came from Cotabato, Lanao, marami po. Although konti lang from Zamboanga, no? Konti lang from Zamboanga. But anyway, tao yun po. Let's help them. Let's help them, no? Let us help them po. Kasi kawawa talaga. Tao din sila, Filipino din sila po. Yon ang appeal ko ngayon sa programa natin, Nick Talk, The Real Talk with Nico. Okay? Sa palagay ninyo po, what do you think? Huh? And before I will forget, let us also, or I am also appealing ang mga kababayan, kapatid at kaibigan ko po, dyan mismo sa Pilipinas, especially dyan po sa area ng Sambasulta. No? Let us always be alert. Huh? Always alert and play our role when we see individuals, group of people po, new faces dyan po sa Zamboanga City, no? And suspected to be to fall victim sa mga illegal recruiters po, report the matter immediately to the authorities po. Kawawa din po ang mga biktima ng illegal recruiters and those recruiting illegally. Ang mga kapatid natin po, mga kababayan natin po, I know is wala yung bail. Put them in jail. Let them pay. Kasi human trafficking yun po. No? Don't play. It's not a joke. You are playing the lives of Filipinos po. Kapwang kababayan natin po. With all the promises that you are making money out of them, May karma. Remember, there is a karma po, no? Sa buhay natin dito sa mundo. You have to pay. And I'm very happy that ang report narinig ko po dyan po sa Zamboanga 2 days ago, or yeah, was it Wednesday or Tuesday po, nahuli ang illegal recruiter dyan po sa Zamboanga po. I'm very happy po, no? And sana lahat itong mga illegal recruiters po, no, will be put to jail behind bars po. Now, remember, ang ruta po, no? Ang ruta for illegal or for backdoor po. Kasi mayroon din po from Zamboanga City, they go to Basilan. They go to Basilan. And Basilan direct to Sabah. Depende yan po. Sempuna, Lahadatu, Tawau, Sandakan. Some are even making it direct to Kota Kinabalu. And that is very risky. Very risky po. No? So, from Zamboanga City to Basilan. Mayroon din from Zamboanga City, they go to Sulu or sa Holo po. And from Holo, they can use barko po, ano ba yan, they call it puso ba yun, or some speedboats, no? And they can go direct from Sulu or from Holo, direct to Sempuna, direct to Lahadatu, direct to Tawau, or anywhere in Sabah. And mayroon naman po, another route is from Tawi-Tawi mismo po, no? Tawi-Tawi, which is nearer to Sabah, no? Either from Bongao or any municipalities, because in Tawi-Tawi we have a total of 11 municipalities po. So, ang nearest talaga sa Sabah is Sempuna. Sempuna po. No? Ang nearest talaga sa Tawi-Tawi, ang municipality nearest to Sabah is Sitangkay. Pero pwede din po, direct from Bongao to Lahadatu, direct to Tawau, direct to Sandakan po. Pero normally, if we talk about Bongao, normally ang ruta nila po is from Bongao to Lahadatu, sa Felda, Bongao to Tawau. No? Bongao to Tawau. Yan talaga po. And hindi mura po. Hindi mura ang pamasahe ngayon po. I was made to understand for a passenger, undocumented a passenger, he or she has to work out something like from 5,000 pesos to 10,000 pesos for a one-way trip. And it is very risky po. It is very risky. Hindi lang risky in terms of you are crossing the open sea, but also risky when you arrive dito po sa Sabah. Hindi biro po. Hindi biro po. It's not easy to find job here. It's not easy to find job here. And stricto po ang gobyerno ng Malaysia, ng Sabah po when it comes to undocumented Filipinos or visitors po. We see from time to time we have this random inspection carried out by the immigration and police authorities dito po, checking ang mga tao kung may papeles or not. In fact, early this week, it was reported again that something like 17 Filipinos in Dabuan were also arrested. And we can hear mga reports. Ako po, being a journalist, reported dito po sa local newspaper. Sa Sabah po, I also reported operations po carried out against the illegal or undocumented communities or people sa mga komunidad dito po sa Sabah. Be it in Tawau, Lahadatu, Sempuna, Kiningaw, o Beaufort, o kung saan, even in KK po, no? Ongoing ito, continuous operation ito po ng immigration together with the police po, to make sure that only those with the proper documents po are welcome to work in Sabah or in Malaysia po. The Malaysian government keep on saying, repeatedly saying that any nationalities are welcome to come and visit Sabah or Malaysia po, or work in Malaysia or in Sabah po, provided they are properly documented. properly documented. So yun po, that is ang issue that I want to raise today po sa programa natin, Nick Talk, the Real Talk with Nico. So siguro hanggang dito na lang muna ang programa natin. Once again, I would like to say thank you very much for making me a part of your day today. Salamat!